Now let's see about AC circuit containing a resistor, an inductor and a capacitor in series, which is simply known as the RLC circuit. So see the circuit here. The resistor, inductor and capacitor, they are connected in series and they are given with the applied voltage Vm sin omega t, which is variable. And when the applied voltage is allowed to pass through the circuit, the applied voltage will become as VR when it is passed through resistance. And when it is entered into the inductor, it will become as VL, and through the capacitor when it is passed, it is VC. So, when the voltage is passed through these loads, the current is developed and the resulting current of the circuit is I. So, already we have studied about the phase relationship of current and voltage of resistance. That is, voltage and current are in phase with each other. And the phase relation between current and voltage, when they are passed in through the inductor, current lags by 90. When it is passed through the inductor, both current and voltage, current leads by 90 degree. Here voltage lags by 90. So, this is the phase relationship between the current and voltage when they are passed through the different components. They can be drawn into a single phasor diagram. We know what is a phasor diagram. A sinusoidal alternating voltage or current can be represented by a vector which rotates about the origin in anti-clockwise direction at a constant angular velocity. Such a rotating vector is called phasor. So, by keeping the current as the reference, we are going to draw the phasor diagram for these three. They are resistor, inductor and capacitor. So, I am going to keep the current as the reference. So, in x-axis I have taken the current. I. The y-axis I am going to take the voltage. So, when the current is passing through the resistor, both are in phase, isn't it? So, they both are in phase. This is VR is in phase with the current. VL leads the current by 90 degree. So, it will be in the positive y-axis. And VC lags by 90 degree the current. So, that will be in the negative y-axis. So, resulting of these two, it will be lying here, that is the VL minus VC. So, the resultant vector I can draw like this. If it is VL minus VC, this side also VL minus VC, which has the angle phi. The resulting vector has the angle phi with the x-axis. And they can be named as, this is OA and this is, the resultant is named as OE. This is OB. Positive x-axis is where the VL lying can be named as OB. And the negative y-axis where the voltage passing through the capacitor can be named as OC. Phasor is a rotating vector about an origin in the anti-clockwise direction with the constant angular velocity. So here the resultant vector is rotating around its origin with the constant angular velocity omega t. So this is the diagram which is given in your book. And now we have to find the resulting vector Vm, the resultant voltage of Vr and VL minus Vc. So here by parallelogram law, the diagonal OE gives the resultant vector and its length is OE and it is equal to Vm. So by using the Pythagoras theorem, we have to find the resultant vector Vm square. So see here, Vm square is equal to Vr square plus VL minus Vc the whole square. So Vm square is equal to Vr square plus VL minus Vc the whole square. And Vr square we have known, that is Im r square, and VL is Im into XL, Vc is Im into Xc. So XL is the inductive reactance and Xc is the capacitive reactance. So according to Ohm's law we have written here, so V is equal to IR, isn't it? So here this is the maximum current Im r square. For VL, resistance provided by the inductor is known as the inductive reactance, so Im into XL. The resistance offered by the capacitor is known as the capacitive reactance, so Im into Xc whole square. And if you want to find Vm, this term will come under the root, and Im square is the common, so Im when it is coming out of the root, and r square plus XL minus Xc the whole square. Now we have to find the Im. Im is equal to Vm divided by r square plus XL minus Xc the whole square. And Im is equal to Vm divided by Z, where Z is the impedance. Impedance is equal to, that is Z is equal to root of r square plus XL minus Xc the whole square. So I said Z is the impedance of the circuit, which means the effective opposition to the circuit current by the series RLC circuit. So what do you mean by it? So we have connected the three different components, that is resistor, inductor and capacitor. Combinedly they are going to give the resistance to the flow of the current. So the effective resistance is known as the impedance of the circuit. And the phasor diagram can be drawn like the phasor and the voltage diagram from, so this is the resultant is centered. So this is VR and this is VL minus VC, and this is the resultant voltage which makes an angle phi with the x-axis. This is V. Like the impedance diagram also can be drawn. So XL minus XC, or this is phi, and this is the Z. So this is the magnitude, and if you want to find the direction, the formula is going to be tan phi is equal to VL minus VC divided by VR is equal to XL minus XC by R. So this is the phasor diagram, and this is the phasor diagram, and phase angle between V and I will be found by using this relation.